Hello and welcome to the Public Record Office of Northern Ireland's how-to video guides to get you started in local history and genealogy. My name's Gemma and I will be talking you through how to use irishgenealogy.ie. Hi folks, today we're looking at irishgenealogy.ie. This site is free to use and has a wealth of information for all of Ireland and Northern Ireland up to 1922 until partition. Gives you the civil records, so births, deaths and marriage certificates free of charge to search until that date. I'm going to show you very quickly how to use it and explain some of the information that you can see from it. So we're going to look for my great-great-grandfather today again. I know he was from Belfast and I know he got married before the 1911 census and after the 1901 census, so I'll pop in 1902 to 1910 to narrow down our search, and I will click marriage. And I believe this is the right one here. Henry McCann, Margaret McNally, married on the 18th of September 1907. As long as this link down here is available, folks, you should be able to see a copy of the original page from the marriage certificate book. And there we are, right at the top. Henry McCann, Margaret McNally, married in St Patrick's Church in Belfast, listing their occupations, where they lived at the time, name of their fathers, and what their fathers' occupations were, and whether they were dead or living. Very straightforward and easy to use, folks. I know that unfortunately Margaret passed away, so I'm now going to find out when Margaret passed away. Again, I'm going to say Belfast. I know she was alive in the 1911 census, so I'll put in 1911 and we'll go all the way up to 1918, and I'm looking at death certificate. No, she was 22 in the 1911 census. So, I wonder is this her? Again, this page doesn't give you a great deal of information when it comes to death, apart from the age of death. So you have to click on the image to try and find out more information. And here we go. Margaret McCann, married, 27 years of age, wife of Henry McCann, a carter, which rings true, and she died of tuberculosis. The family story was that she actually died in childbirth. So this is now proven that incorrect. Another little bit for people that may know me, know that my family actually were still in Everett Street up until the late 80s. So this is actually quite a fact find that in 1915 Margaret and Henry were actually living in Edward Street. So just something to be aware of, folks, especially in sort of inner cities when you're looking for people, that they might not have actually moved very far. So obviously Margaret died there in 1915. My great-grandmother Elizabeth was alive. She was born in the 1911 census. So Henry, obviously as a widower now, may have remarried so that he had a wife to look after his child. So we shall have a look for that. Again, I've just popped Henry's name in, McCann in Belfast, and I have put a date range in just because I know that Margaret died in 1915. So and I wonder, are we lucky again? And yeah, not top, second one this time. And here we go, Henry McCann, he's a widower, he's listed as a carter, and he's living in Frederick Street. His father's still alive. Mary Alice, pardon me. She's listed as a spinner and living in Park Street in Belfast, and her father's name there as James McCormick, and he's a seaman. So there we go, we've got up to that. And that's as easy as it is to use, folks. Thanks for watching, folks. Hopefully you find that useful and informative. Please keep up to date with what the Public Record Office are getting up to through our social media platforms and our website. Thanks again.